This video is for you if you want to learn one guaranteed strategy on how to responsibly enhance your relationships and accelerate your spiritual growth at the exact same time. And I am super excited to share it with you. So stick around to the end of the video to learn how. All right, and welcome my friend. Go ahead, hit that subscribe button, give a like on this video. Without further delay, let's dive in. So there are many different techniques, tips, tricks on how to cultivate healthy relationships in your life. One thing I've noticed people struggle with is a fundamental building block when it comes to relationships, and that is accountability. Accountability fosters trust, integrity, and growth because it involves owning up to your mistakes and fulfilling your commitments. You are taking responsibility for your role and contributions, whether it be personal, professional, or societal situations. Taking accountability is not blaming the other person for your actions and your feelings as an excuse for why you did what you did. To go over a very quick example, saying something like, I acted this way because you said this, but taking accountability would be saying how I responded is not on you. I'm responsible for the way I acted to you, for the things I said, and I truly am very sorry. I have learned from the situation and I am going to do better next time because you deserve it and I deserve it. So I want to share a story with you. The other day, my oldest son explained to me his group of friends were saying some stuff to him he didn't feel was okay for them to say. He decided to respond to them in the exact same way. When he did this, they said he wasn't allowed to be in the group anymore because he was acting like a jerk and they were tired of it. How he always lashes out or responds to them negatively, then apologizes for it, but they were kind of fed up with the situation. Granted, the kids did not focus upon things that were being said to him. He became frustrated. And he's like, all I did was do the exact same thing they did. I don't understand. It doesn't make sense. But what I said to him was, if we were to remove all of the feelings, the part of them not paying attention to what they did, how could you have taken accountability for your own actions and shown up to the situation better? We came to the conclusion to view the entire situation as like a third party. This would allow him to see both sides, what it is he contributed and what he is responsible for. If it was true, he did do those things, he needed to directly say to them that they are not responsible for his actions and he knows where he went wrong. For him to apologize, not just say, I'm sorry, but actually explaining, I'm sorry that I said this to you, but my action made you feel this certain emotion, to also provide a solution that is suitable for everybody involved. Doing so actually solved the problem. His friends accepted his apology and they're in the other room playing games again. So going over that with him really taught him what accountability means. Like he learned something of substance to apply to his life for further situations. Providing that accountability, the other person starts to trust that what you're saying is really who you are. So what are some ways that we can provide accountability? You can do so by creating structures and practices that claim your responsibility for your actions and commitments. One way is setting clear expectations. So this is defining roles, responsibilities, and objectives up front so that everybody is on the same level. You can also do regular check-ins with people. That means going to them and saying, hey, in the recent past or even today, has there been any way that I haven't taken accountability for what I've done or how I've behaved? There are consequences and rewards as well. So clearly communicating consequences for not meeting commitments and recognize when people do meet those expectations. You can also do this with self-assessment. Is there any place where I did not take responsibility for the way I acted? Doing so will actually bring you a lot of self-awareness and improvement. This is a great thing to do in your family, at your workplace, with your friends, just putting all of this together. So that way you are creating an environment where everybody knows that they are accountable for themselves, and that promotes responsibility and trust. Accountability is extremely important for personal development, to see where you could have shown up better to a situation, and you learn from that reflection of, next time this happens, I'm going to be prepared. So you're building a plan for yourself. You're creating that trust where you know you've been here before, you didn't do your best work the first time. Now, if it comes up again, you're definitely going to be able to handle the situation in a much better way that gives yourself and the other person a much more comfortable outcome. Accountability is essential because it promotes responsibility, learning, trust building, consistency, integrity, resilience, and empowerment. to become the best version of yourself. One thing about spirituality is learning to be responsible for your actions to consistently develop into the best version of you. If you're not taking accountability for the things you're doing, then your soul is not learning. You are denying yourself many opportunities to reflect upon where you may have some triggers of some subconscious beliefs lingering around that are no longer useful or helpful to you. It also helps you keep aligned with spiritual values. So there is the concept of karma. I'm pretty sure we've all experienced this before. So when you are in a situation where it would be best for you to take your accountability for how you acted and providing a healthy solution, you're remedying what it is that you co-created in the first place. That's kind of like clearing out that karma. People who are on the spiritual path, if you're here, you're one of them, putting accountability into your life, making sure that you are using it as an everyday action for yourself and for everybody that you come across does tremendously accelerate your spiritual growth because you are staying aligned with your words and actions. You can say something and do something entirely different, and there's something going on there that doesn't match the vibration of your higher self. Your higher self already knows how to do this stuff, but we tend to forget it when we come here. We get that ego kicking in, and that ego is the one that stops us from using the accountability that we already know. And then we have to remember how to use that accountability. So learning to take accountability for myself and my actions and how I contributed to a situation without blaming the other person for my response really kind of changed the game for me. It made me feel I could trust in myself. I believe in myself. I felt responsible. I felt mature. I felt like I was aligning with the values and the concepts, the belief system of spirituality. Being accountable in your personal life, romantic relationships, workplace situations, or even out in societal situations helps promote trust with the people you are interacting with. If you are saying one thing and doing another, people are going to notice that. They're going to pick up on it. Their trust for you is going to slowly decrease or very quickly decrease depending on the situation. Making sure that your words and your actions are aligned provides them with stability and safety to maintain their trust. They know that you are a person who is going to do what you say you're going to do. You're creating an environment within you where you trust you are going to do your best. And if your best wasn't your best at the time, you know that you're going to be able to go back, reflect upon it, and provide a different outcome. This is really going to strengthen all of your relationships. Trust is a foundation of relationships. Without trust, you don't have a relationship, period. There's nothing there. When you can be accountable for your actions and align your words with those actions, those people know they can count on you. Trust is one of the hardest things to gain and one of the easiest things to break. Now, there are situations where this may not apply. You are going to be able to decipher that, but in the majority of relationship conflicts, interactions, disagreements, using accountability is only and make that foundation between you and the other person that much stronger. Because let's be honest here, who really wants to be in a relationship with somebody who cannot self-reflect, truly apologize, or learn from something they did in order to be a better person? I know I don't, and I don't know anyone out there who actually wants that. Learning can take a little while, but that's okay. It's better than never learning it. That's how I look at it. I'd rather take a while to learn something new that is going to just speedway me to my best and highest version instead of never reaching there. The self-reflection is going to be a major player when it comes to integrating accountability into your personality, into your being, making it an everyday practice. After doing this many times over, you will reach a point where you won't even have to think about taking accountability. It's going to be an automatic response system. If you're wanting to learn something new and make sure that it is a long-term upgrade, you are going to have to practice it. There are some suggestions out there that say to fully integrate a new practice into your life, it takes 21 days of consistent, committed action. People are going to trust you more. They're going to feel more comfortable with you. They may even start to mimic how you've been being accountable for your actions, which then they start to become accountable for their actions. Now you have this beautiful growth system where you are both healing each other at the same time while healing yourself. So if you really want to accelerate your spiritual growth and enhance all of your relationships, accountability is going to be one of the main keys for that. It's really going to unlock that door and make everything else flourish. So when we put this stuff into play, and we get that accountability ball rolling, we are making sure the former portion of not being accountable, those toxic, unhealthy traits that we all may have picked up along the way, are being plucked out and replaced with healthier, more beneficial, accelerating actions. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you on the next video. And until then, shine bright and illuminate your life. I hope you have a beautiful day. Bye.